I am leaving my room in the Aruba section. I'm actually in room 5543, and you can see how close the Skyliner station is. This is the Riviera Skyliner station right there. That's why I chose to stay in, or requested 55, building 55 in Aruba. It's so close to the Skyliner station. But I'm going to shoot a video walking from here over to right there. That is where the main pool is. That's where Old Point Royal is, and also like the gift shop with the souvenirs and pen trading is there. The restaurants are over in that area. So I'm going to show you how to walk from here to there, what it would look like. And also, this is I got a room with a water view. This is on the balcony outside my room. This is the white beach. A look at the Riviera Resort over there to the left. The water there is Barefoot Bay. We're gonna be walking down that road where that cart's turning around, all the way down to that island right there. That is called Caribbean Cay, or Caribbean Cay, however you would like to pronounce it. You walk across that island and over to Old Point Royal. Let's go do it. I will talk quietly as I'm going by these rooms in case people are sleeping inside. I like to show courtesy. Now that we're past them, I like to stay on the second floor, of course. Now in the Caribbean Beach Resort, there are no elevators. That doesn't bother me and my family at all. I know some people it would bother, and I saw a lot of YouTube videos before I came here, and they're just like, oh my goodness, no stairs. But we are past this stage in our lives where we don't have a stroller anymore. We don't have little kids, we have older kids. So I don't have a trouble getting up the stairs. So I like to stay on the second floor because I just don't like anyone above me coming home and banging on the floor. I will say what's been nice that we found here at the Caribbean Beach Resort is in our room, the lowest the thermostat goes is 68 degrees, which at first we thought, oh, we're gonna get a little bit warm. But the good thing is it's kind of got white noise because it runs all night long. It never turns off. So it's got white noise the whole night. So you can't hear people, you know, around you walking. So that's been rather nice. You can see we're getting closer. This is still the Aruba section down here. Each area, I think I've mentioned this in another video, is different based on the colors are different based on the area. So with the Aruba section, they are a pinkish color. That's one way you can tell. And then you can see in the background here, the bridge is blocking the way, but that's Jamaica. It's yellow or orange, whatever, kind of in between those two colors. You can actually see Sebastian's Bistro, if you've heard about that restaurant. Again, we don't typically eat out. A family of 5 gets rather expensive to eat out for meals, so we go to Walmart before we check into our hotel and get things that we can heat up. We actually, the rooms do not have a microwave, which is really a bummer. There's no reason not to. You can stay across the street at a hotel that costs a quarter of what their Disneyland resorts cost, and they come with microwaves. But I think Disney does it because they don't want you doing what we do. We, you know, get food like, I don't know, things we can heat up. We actually pack a skillet, if you can believe it, that I can use to heat up our food. And so that's how we do it. We've actually packed our skillet on our checked bag. It makes it okay, and heat it up when we get back in at night. You can see the Skyliner running above us as we walk here. It's actually so cool to see that mode of transportation. And again, all throughout the resort there are maps like this, so you can see if we wanted to go to the Trinidad or Jamaica section, we could go this way. Disney Skyliner that way as well if you want to go to the Caribbean Beach Resort station. However, the Riviera Resort, like I said, is way closer to our room, so that's the way we go. Here is how you get to Jamaica and Caribbean Cay. I don't want to photobomb here, but see if I can stay out of the way. There's people taking a picture up there. That section there is Trinidad, the brownish color, red brown. And now we're approaching Caribbean Cay. There's a cool little play area right here for youngsters. Doesn't apply to us anymore, but it sure did at one point, and this would have been a fun place for them to come play. Just beyond that, if you can see those chairs set up, that's where they do movies under the stars at night. Really cool. We came by one time and saw them showing Toy Story there. But for us, we don't watch them because we're at the parks all day and want to get some sleep when we get home. Here's the other side of Barefoot Bay. Some lily pads there. A pool in the background. And I'll show you another little shot of the theater here. You can see a little bit easier. This is where they show the movie. They bring in the big screen and put it right there where the palm tree is, right in front of that palm tree. Now this is looking back from the island towards the Aruba section here. So we'll continue on our way. Going across the other side of the bridge. And now this is the big theme pool that has two water slides. One of them is, well, they're both really fun. One of them is more for little kids. I would say it's really, really short and small. That's the one that comes out right over here. You just saw someone come down, at least I did. I don't know if you could see it or not, but that's where they come out right there for the small slide. The big slide comes out right there. And again, I say big slide. It's not a huge slide. You do go through the dark. My kids were saying, "Oh man, Dad, you're gonna get claustrophobic." I don't get claustrophobic, but it didn't seem to me like I'd get claustrophobic at all on it. It was a pretty tame water slide, but fun. You do go through the dark for maybe about 2 seconds or so, and then you come out and go down into the pool. Fun water slide, fun pool. This is the Spanish fort where they have water cannons. I'll go around the other side and show you a better view of it. Again, we're looking back across towards Aruba with the Skyliner station. That's the Riviera Resort Skyliner station, along with Riviera Resort right next to it there. And we're staying in that building. That's where I just walked from, right there.
Labor Day.
Eating places, you have Sebastian's Bistro right there. Never, again, eaten there yet. If you want to go to the main gift shops and stuff, I will take you there. We'll go by the pool first and show you. This is what the old Spanish fort looks like here. It's really a cool area. You enter right there. No key is needed.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good, how are you? And this is Old Port Royal lobby. There are a couple of different pin boards in here, which I'll show you. If you're into pin trading, there are 3 that I can think of now. There's one right here, the normal style pin board. There's one at check-in over here. The cool thing about this resort is the fans. I don't know that they do much. They just keep air circulating a little bit, but it's really fun to see. Now the pin board is right in that location there. And I'll show you where the last pin board is. This is where you can get some stuff to eat as well. This Centertown Market. Oh, there's actually 2 more pin boards. There's 4 pin boards in here, I forgot. There's typically one. Oh, someone must be looking at it. Yep, they are. It's usually kept behind the counter on the big top of the big green thing there. Some kids are trading right now. And then the last, now you can see there's also lanyards on cast members. And there's a lanyard there. But there is also a pin board in here. Hello. Right behind the counter there. In this store, there are actually 2 pin boards. I don't know if you could see it. The small one was hidden. The small one is only used for trading. Only little kids can trade on it. It's for young kids. And it's got some pretty good pins on it sometimes. But that's how you get from Aruba to here, to the Old Point Royal. And this is the lobby looks like, where you check in and where you can go shopping and where you can get your food. Hope you found this helpful.